welcome everyone after dark. And today's discussion, as we move forward, is more to do with fear and understanding why people do it. And for that, obviously, we have a human resource expert that is Aseem Surani with us. And I will definitely give my marketing, my journey towards how I wrote this book on millennials. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are hearing two extrovert millennials who want to really express themselves,
Yes.
who want to really express themselves in terms of all the fears that is going on in the society.
True, Kunal. So I think, see, first of all, I would like to tell everyone, guys, we are not going to be like 100% accurate, all right, whatever we said. We just will be sharing our belief based on our experience and based on our thinking. What do we think about it? It is possible that you all might think differently, or maybe, let's say, the difference of opinion, you guys might have it. It's your perspective towards the thing, right? So that's very important. So
We want to make sure that everyone gets the context right and understand that as marketeer in the last so many months, we are continuously talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and how marketing is actually moving towards that side. Every company wants to have faster, bigger, better results. But we have to now think on the other side, that is the employee side. And Aseem, as an employee expert, you let me know, what is the fear that we are talking about today? Is that real?
Kunal, so I don't call it as a fear, right? I would just take it as an adventure, right? Because if you look at it, the world is moving faster, right? Now everybody is trying to get rid of a lot of transactional work, which is kind of eating a lot of time for a lot of people out there. So let's say, for example, if you're onboarding an employee, or let's say if you creating a value for employee experience and all, right? So you have to do a lot of transactions. I mean, there's a lot of things which is involved. So in order to go ahead and mitigate those kind of cut down on those extra hours, all right? I think this is what we talk about is artificial intelligence is kind of involved. There's a lot of automations, robotic process we talk about, which really helps to cut down a lot of man hours, you can say that. Okay. And so it is very important if you look at it. Let's say you are here to perform your duties or your work. Maybe you're doing your job in order to help your families, maybe take care of your expenses. I mean, I'm sure everybody's got their own reasons to do stuff, right? But are you really doing it smart way? That's the question. So it's very important that what else you can do, which really you are happy at the end, right? I mean, not eating up a lot of time doing the manual work, the transaction, which you really don't feel like doing it. I'm sure every work, every person, whatever you do, you know that this could be done in a better way. This could be done in a very smarter way, right? So that it's taken care of efficiently, and I'm sure there's accuracy there. And very important, you want to do something else. You don't want to keep on doing the same stuff. Otherwise, it's going to be so monotonous for you. And definitely, you stop loving your job. Maybe, let's say, you don't feel that passionate the way you started at the first time. Take it artificial intelligence, which is created by the human at the end. So I think you build yourself smart enough, all right, to make sure that you take care of it. I mean, you learn, you take the advantage of it, and I mean, you excel that and you perform it, all right? It's not about fearing that how humans going to leave the job, right? I mean, because there's a artificial intelligence going to replace you. You think it other way around, all right? See, it depends on what you think. It depends the way you take it. Everything in life, all right? I believe if the AI is there, you know what? Maybe you can work more smarter. Maybe you can just try and see, can you do things differently?
Various stuff that we have discussed about the generation, but they really fear, that entire fear lies in, we don't know what's going to happen. Because if an AI like ChatGPT can complete a bar exam in 3.5 months after launching, then talking about professionals who are really having, hard time understanding the technology and carrying it forward, We are talking about people, like people who are employed, people who really have a lot to lose than to people who know exactly how to earn money. Do you understand? So, you have been there, decades of experience and, expertise in managing people, in employee relationship, in conducting these huge, massive inductions for them. There is a
Right.
dream that people come up with, right? So every day, like for example, anyone who joins Epicenter, right?
Yeah.
There's some dream that they have. And obviously we try to fulfill a lot of things. Like for example, we have a world-class facility. We have an awesome cafeteria. We have an awesome people to work with.
True,
And
true.
they can come across these awesome leaders that they could ever have. And people have come to me that, they find, they have worked for like 5 6 years in a different industry, and they feel like we are the only company that had open door policy. I mean, actual open door policy where no one has cabins in our company, right? No. So, and 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 on the first day itself, employees telling me that I'm feeling so empowered that I can talk to anyone in this company about anything that I have a problem to. But that's not the case with a lot of workforce out there. See,
True,
and
true. Because if you look at our values, Kunal, yeah, I mean, you're right, absolutely right. I mean, if you look at the values, what we carry, right, that's agility we talk about, where we value the experience for our employees, for our people out there. Then we talk about integrity, right? Doing the right things. Doesn't matter whatever you do, wherever you do, with whoever you do it, you do the right stuff. We also talk about customer focus, which doesn't mean only the external customer. We talk about internal customers as well. That's with the employee. I mean, I also read this quote from Richard Branson, right? He said, if you want to make your customer happy, make your employees happy. And trust me, I'm proud to say that Epicenter believes the same stuff, right? So that's one of the reason. And if you look at it, innovative technologies, right? That's going to help you to grow. And when I talk about innovative technologies, definitely that's AI. Definitely that's something which we're talking about right now, which is going to help you to grow, right?
yeah, yeah. So I mean, see, you might have seen a lot of promo videos now of Gemini and Gemini Pro, Gemini Ultra. They already released the Ultra version of Gemini, and on 13th of December, that was last week, basically.
Wow.
And 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 I used it right from the day one. I was one of the first 100,000 odd users and 100,000 odd accounts made there.
Yeah. Kunal, you
And
told me right.
yeah, and Gemini is far more better than ChatGPT will ever be, right? Because Google knows data than any other organization, right?
And
And
that's correct. Nobody can compare that. I mean, yeah.
absolutely, and it's far more better because Aseem, it talks more like human than ChatGPT like a robot. Do you understand?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
we we have reached where computer is trying to become more human. It's so scary that CEO of two companies in this world are basically artificial intelligent robots who do not take leaves, who work 24 by 7, does all the client calls by themselves, who do not ask for week offs, who doesn't ask for salary, and they work 24 by 7. That's two companies are seen in this last 45 days, which have been discovered, who a CEO is a robot, is an artificial intelligence, and everyone does the job in that company what this artificial intelligent robot is telling them to do. It is scary.
Yeah, it's scary to an extent where you really get scared of it. I mean, what I feel, it doesn't matter, okay? I mean, how much ever this artificial intelligence is going to take over. At the end, the very important thing the human has, that's the emotions, right? That's the different value they carry. All right. Let's say, for example, Kunal, let's say your day is bad. All right. I mean, let's say you do not have a good day. And let's say you're sitting at work and I mean, you there and I just come and see you and I like come and talk to you for 5 minutes. Right.
Oh,
And let's
that
say I
becomes
listen to
awesome.
you. Yeah, 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 definitely, bro. So you know, right? I know your emotions. I know your. I mean, like, what do you like? I mean, artificial intelligence will not be able to do that. Let's say I gave you a jadoo ki jappi, bro. I mean, like, come on, hey, bro, what's going on? Don't be sad, right? I mean, so that makes a lot of difference. Let's say you're not
Yeah.
productive, or let's say the employee was a little sad. I come and appreciate him and help him out to understand to overcome the curve or whatever. I mean, that's different. That's the human touch, right? That's how much of it excels. I mean, AI and all stuff. I can beat that. I can promise you that can never replace the humans, right? I mean, so that's something which I have a trust and I believe in it. So I'm really very positive about it. So I'm not scared about it. I mean, you can say that, right?
One thing everyone should learn from you is carrying the same excitement every time, you know. And one of the reasons why I really feel that happens to people like you and me is because we really love our job, right? And we really want to, we give 100% because we love our job, not because we love our job, we give 100%. It's not the other way around, right?
Right, right. I think, Kunal, before we love a job, it's very important that we love ourselves. Right. I mean, definitely, if you love yourself, then people love you, and definitely the things around you, you start enjoying it. I mean, it's like an aura, right? I mean, it's just like kind of what goes around. I mean, what you think, what it attracts. I mean, basically. So that's say if you love yourself, automatically things are attracted to you in that manner. And whatever you do, trust me, your job, that's definitely there. You love your job, then definitely you love the people you work with. Trust me, this is like a new day every day for you. And I mean, like, you're so excited. I mean, you're so happy. It doesn't matter whatever happened. It just go on. The next second is then your second. I mean, next time is going to be your time. All right. So that's what I believe in.
Lovely, lovely. And you know, we chose such an auspicious day, or I should say after dark,
True.
auspicious after dark to start this, because if you know, today is the day when, you know, the Holy Christ 2023 years back really came on earth.
True.
And we are talking about Christ, so we both are of two different, absolutely different religion than
Right.
what Christ was. You know, this faith, you know, in
Mhm.
humanity or cultures or, you know, religions or something like that, I really
Yeah.
see uh, India really doing much better in diversity than any other country. And maybe that's the reason why a lot of multinational corporations, CEOs are also Indians, because they hardly have a filter in on their eyes about what religion, what color the person is. And and I'm very proud that a lot of organ technology organizations who have forefronted and spearheaded this entire AI, you know,
Yeah.
AI approach are all basically, you know, backed up by Asian strong people. You know, they are really driven, and the workforce really cooperate in that manner. Uh, do you think that this is something different, or this, or do you think that this could be better? What's your take on, at least on the employee or the people perspective?
People perspective very, very important. I think the point which you said about this book about the religion, about the kind of different gods we have, the India has like diversified a lot of religion here. So let's say I want to tell you a small story, Kunal. Here. I just this
Yeah,
is told by
yeah.
dad
Please.
when I was pretty young. You can say when I was like a kid, right? So this is a small town, okay, and there's a king, all right, in this town. What he does is basically he tells everybody, you know what? I am going to announce a special day for you all. And on the special day, whatever you have in our town, it's going to be absolutely free. Whatever you want it, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to eat, everything's going to be free. If you want to watch a movie, if you want to go for a theater, or maybe you want to go for a fun and fair or something, you want to take a ride, you want to eat this food, anything, whatever you want it, it's all on me, right? So everybody was so excited for this particular day. And then the king says, you know what? I'll be hidden somewhere. Whoever finds me, I will give the entire town to that guy. Everybody was like, whoa, this is crazy, you know? So finally the day comes, and then the king has made the announcement. The day it started, everybody's just gone so crazy in the town, right? So by the end of the day, this small guy, somehow he just gets the king. I mean, finds the king, okay? And then that, you know what, the time's up. No, because this town is owned by this guy who's found me. And everybody was like so happy for this guy, small boy, all right? And everybody's asking, like, how did you do that? How did you manage to find the king? And we were so busy, kind of excited with a lot of things which is there available and which was no charge, which was free, and definitely we could enjoy it, whatever you wanted to do. All right. So now look at this way, okay, Kunal? I mean, this is the moral of the story now. It says we are in the world, okay? Everything is available for us. This is a small town, right? And there's a God. So just think that God has created this world who's hidden somewhere, and you have to find that. Right? How do you do that? Right? You just focus, because every human, every person, it's a God, bro. Right? So you just need to find a God in everybody, and everybody smile. I mean, whatever you do, I mean, because this is what we talk about people, right? Everybody's different because everybody's created by the God. Okay. So if you want to real dress him, you desire his creation, right? So that's what I believe in.
Lovely, lovely. That's so touching. Thank you so much for that. Lovely story. And uh, this story gives me a very different perspective. That what you mean is people are not what they really want to find. They waste their time things that they really don't want.
Exactly, exactly. They're just kind of distracted with the things around, whatever they have. They forget the real motive of the life. I mean, they're not focusing on one thing, which is really very important. And if you win that, the rest is all yours, man. I mean, you just win the world.
Yeah. Lovely, lovely. Uh, Now let's, since you right,
Yeah.
let's talk about kings. The real life kings in this world are basically the global leaders, the global companies, the global people who really are, they try to persuade the markets. They try to, manipulate a lot of things. And then something like pandemic happens when they understand that this was not even in their control in the first place. And I try to manipulate. And this is being happening tries to be distributed amongst people, but then slowly, steadily, because of that distribution, people who lead those particular regions become the leaders, and slowly they climb the ladder, and slowly, steadily, the power only lies with few people all around. Like we can have examples of Egyptians, Greeks, or whatever, you know, in context in the history, and some calamity, and everyone becomes equal again. So,
Right.
uh, so you know, again, AI
Yeah.
AI is pushed by a lot of companies. That's for sure. Everyone is in the game. Everyone is right now in the game. But I really foresee that this to be a game of very less people in the future where they dictate the tone for majority of the world. And that's going to happen in the AI space as well. Is that something that people are really concerned about? That, yeah, now I'm going to give power to this limited few, because at the end of the day, may that be machine, but there are some hands behind those machines manipulating a lot of stuff. And they are pretty confident that these hands will dictate the terms in the future. And that is why everyone's, work, job, skills, talent, everything is on stake.
See, Kunal, I want to tell you one thing, okay? I read this, okay, basically in 2007, okay, which is like approximate how many years back? I mean, like more than, we can say 15 years back, right? Approximate, yeah. The, now in Kenya, all right, I wanted to read this out for you, all right? This was basically a speech by the Aga Khan, all right? This was in the foundation stone laying ceremony of Aga Khan Academy, which is at Mombasa, Kenya. Okay, on 14th August 2007, he made this following statements. Talks about, he said to those students in 2007 that we must rise above the antiquated approaches of earlier days and instead infuse our student, or maybe let's say ourselves, with what I would call 3 A's of modern learning. Okay. Now, 3 A's of modern learning we're talking about, which says the spirit of anticipation, the spirit of adaptation, and the spirit of adventure.
Okay.
It's like, whoa. When I read this and when I looked this 3 A's from a perspective of AI, Kunal, I mean, I was like, so wow. And this was said in 2007, and I could just relate it now with AI. If you look at it, you anticipate, okay, what about AI? What's going to happen in the future? I mean, you talk about it, right? What's the anticipation towards from an AI standpoint? Second, it talks about adaptation, right? Which we need to go out and adjust ourselves with the technology in order to survive, right? We need to adapt the kind of technology, the usage. Maybe like you read the manual to use it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe try and make sure that it works as per your need. Very important. Adaptation, which I talk about, and how to use it to make your life better so that you can really perform more and more and then can achieve your goals. Maybe you create your goals in such a way that it helps you to achieve it through AI, okay? Or maybe adapt the changes which is happening in the world today, right? And move on with it. Then we talk about the spirit of adventure, right? Adventure is what, dude? You're super excited to know new things. You just go for it. It's like you're not thinking it, you're just doing it, bro. All right. You just go for a thrill. I mean, it's so amazing. That is something which I kind of talk about, the 3 A's. Trust me, I think this answers your question, my friend.
Yeah, it does definitely. It does definitely, and it's such not obvious that something like this is coming from a country like Kenya, who is
No. This is not coming from in Kenya. This is like one of a spiritual leader, right? Aga Khan.
Yeah.
He has opened. So basically, he went to Kenya. Basically, he's from Paris, and he was born in Geneva. All right. So basically, he had gone there for a stone laying ceremony. This was a foundation ceremony of Aga Khan Academy in Mombasa. And this is something which came across. I came across this particular kind of saying by one of my friends. He was just reading it, and I just got like kind of clicked on my head. Dude, I mean, this 3 A's is something which we're talking about AI now. I mean, wow.
Yeah. We all are, curious.
Wow.
We all are, in that phase where we are really want to, uh, but so let's take a step backward and try to understand, the perspective of everyone here. Uh, there are like 8 billion people on this planet, right? And hardly 2.5 to 3 billion people have access to internet, or not regularly, but they know internet, they can access internet or something like that. uh, and there are more than 5 billion people using cell phones all over the world. That's a big number, you know and all these networks, all these satellites and everything are just moving towards getting more and more people involved into regular internet usage. And that's going to happen definitely. As the speed moves on and gets better, the AI is learning better. It's learning better, right? It knows it knows a lot of perspective of people now, but not just people now. It knows exactly which kind of people would like what kind of stuff. And that itself is a reason why we would not need a lot of people. But you know what? People like Elon Musk, who are basically the richest people, richer people on the planet, they really have a different perspective. They think that someone asked Elon Musk saying that AI is gonna take all the jobs. He said, yes, yeah, AI is obviously gonna take all our jobs. But then how will people pay their rent and mortgages? You don't have to, he said. AI will do all the job. That means abundance is gonna come to everyone. Everyone will be self-fulfilled, and no one has to go to a job to really work for money, because everything and anything that you really can think about can be really taken care of. And the only professions that will be alive are the people who are really, following their hobbies and really not working. You will never go to work anymore, if because everything else will be obviously taken care by the AI, and there will be abundance flowing all over. There will be lesser money flowing all over because everything else will be taken care, and everything will be increasing in numbers. So the amount of food that is produced right now, there'll be more food that will be produced. The amount of fresh water that we have, there'll be more fresh water. So what do you do with the more stuff? Is basically you distribute it to everyone, so everyone gets whatever they want. What in the world like that, where if we can close our eyes and imagine that just to pay my food, I don't need to go to the job. My food is paid. But you know what? I really like to do this thing. So let's do this thing and let's explore what I can do there. Don't you think that this is a better world than what we get?
Uh, Kunal, you remind me of this movie, bro. This movie is called Accepted, right? I think that's something which is just so true. If you look at like 10 years, 15 years back, I don't recollect, like kind of 20 or 30 years back, how was the education system? It's just like kind of, there are no kind of stuff which has been
Yeah.
taught where you really want to do in your life, right? So exactly, I think it's a very good thing. I mean, if you look at it, something, let's say if you like photography, if you like to play guitar, or maybe let's say you like to play piano, all right, or let's say you like to dance, or you like to sing, all right, you like to create some art stuff, painting or whatever, right? I mean, trust me, I mean, if you really, really feel that you can just practice this, and I mean, you can try and grow in it, and you have a freedom to go about doing it because you don't have to worry about working. Trust me, who doesn't want to be there, right? Have you seen this movie called Accepted? All right, it's an amazing movie. I would like to narrate it. I mean, if you've not seen it.
Yeah, yeah. What's the
So basically, I who had studies, who had, right? He's done with the schooling. Now he has to go to college. So what he does, he creates a fake website and he tells us he just tried to fool his parents that you know what, he's got admission in the college and he's going to go there, he's going to stay there. Right. So now he didn't realize that there are a lot of people who can access this fake website and they can try and take the admin and come there. He goes there, he all of a sudden he sees like there are thousands of students who access this kind of website and who's actually thought there's a college here and they came for the admission.
I remember.
And then
Once again. So there was another Hindi movie also on this. It was named
yeah,
Party.
I know that Hindi movie is a little different though, but when I watch this accepted one, it's truly
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I know which Hindi movie you're talking about. I don't recollect the name though, but yes,
Faltu.
there's
That movie's name was
yeah,
Faltu.
Paltu, right? Yeah. But this movie is not Paltu, my friend. This is definitely an amazing movie. Just like you come and do whatever you like it, and they excel in it. And trust me, the education system board accepts it at the end. And that was like amazing. The speech this guy gives. It's like I don't want your society to tell me what to do, what I love, right? If I can excel that, trust me. I mean, definitely I can. I mean, I can show the world in a different way that what really the art is, what exactly you need in order to enjoy. Because brain is something what you need. Your brain needs to be relaxed, needs to be happy, needs to be positive, right? So that you can really enjoy your life. Basically, I mean that's what I mean, right? So what do Alan Musk say, right? I mean, if you can do whatever you want, and trust me, there's nothing like it, my friend.
Yeah, we will definitely get to that world, and uh, just to tell everyone who's listening that uh, no, this is not gonna end everything. It's gonna actually start a new era where your work is gonna be much more exciting than you ever thought.
True. Hey, Kunal, I'm sorry to interrupt. It's already 12, so Merry Christmas, brother.
Merry
Merry
Christmas!
Christmas,
Wow.
everyone.
Mhm. Yeah, lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for your wishes, and same to you.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you.
uh, um, so
Yeah.
it's your work is gonna be more exciting, is what I'm
True,
saying.
true.
And there are new things that can be learned, the new things that can be enjoyed. And since we are talking about like after dark, let's have some after dark conversation.
Definitely. There is always the light, right?
We everyone really think that we are in the dark, but actually we are more in the light than dark, because we are so much uh, fulfilled. Like, for example, if you wake up in the morning and can see everything, can hear everything, and can, access your hands and legs, and can access the internet, your cell phone, and speak to your friends, you're already privileged more than a lot of people in this world are. And if you're not using that for the betterment of society, at least use it for betterment of yourself.
True.
And rather than, saying that, I'm not really respected, I'm not really, getting any impact, because all the millennials are really worried about, they're not creating enough impact in this world. What I can really tell is that, uh, first, try to respect yourself. And after you respect yourself, you'll understand that the person on the right to you and the person on the left to you are automatically getting the respect that you really are trying to really try to give them.
Yeah.
And then,
True.
and then it bounces back.
Yeah, I mean, trust
And
me. I
then
mean, it's, yeah.
that's a small validation. Like, for example, you go to a restaurant and you say, "Hey, Chadu, come here." That's not the respect. And then when you say, "Hey, hey, bhai, kaisa hai dost? Aaj kya hai menu mein?" And and then he's going to open and tell you the best thing that he can give you in the restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you smile at 10 people, I'm sure at least 7 smile back to you, my friend, right? So that's what I talk about. Valuing people, right? It just doesn't mean that those 3 people do not smile at you, you stop smiling at others. You continue to do the good stuff, trust me, the good thing definitely pays back to you, right? That's always there. It basically, like we say, right? Everybody talks a lot about this karma, what goes around comes around. So that's a true fact, my friend. That's how it is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you start really starting to respect people's knowledge, people's ability, people's skills, and people's talent, they will come to you and they will teach you what's happening next in a lot of aspects. So rather than getting marking yourself, scaling yourself down, we should actually scale ourselves up and try to understand and be a little bit open-minded towards what's going on this world. Because I'm telling you, I see, world is much.
It is, definitely it is. We respect, I mean, you remember we had this discussion long back, like a couple of days back, I don't recollect when. We're talking about the nature, right? The trees we've been speaking about, the things we have around us. Trust me, there's such a beautiful stuff. It's not only human, right? There is so much of stuff which we have, and we are blessed to have it, right? So
Yeah,
I think that
yeah. We were talking when uh, so people think human beings are everything. People think that humans are strongest, we are intelligent and everything.
maybe a
People
small
just like a
background.
bomb.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I'll come with that.
not that few, but humans are really, really just a part of the entire biodiversity that we have. There are so many animals on this planet who have lived much more longer than dinosaurs, and they are still alive and they are still kicking.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're not exploring 100% of our world yet, man. Nobody else does that yet. Right. So I mean, there is such an abandoned stuff out there. We can't even imagine. Right. We can't even imagine. So Kunal, I mean, it's like crazy, man. I mean, so yes, I think we are blessed that we can see colors, right? I mean, like you said, I mean, we can talk, we can connect, we have intellect, dude. We can create artificial intelligence. I mean, yeah, right. So
Lovely.
trust me, yeah, I think we are really blessed to have that. And I think we need to cherish every moment we have. Yeah, I mean, I just believe in it.
Yeah. And I think so cherishing it and respecting people is the way forward that you should always. So whenever people, you know, tell me that, and this happened very often in pandemic, see, that a lot of
Yeah.
people, started getting in touch with me saying that, you know what, I'm really not feeling that well. I don't know. My neighbor, he was so well, he was so nice. He got some cold, went to the hospital. Now the dead body. Now my neighbors are crying, but hospital is not ready to give the dead body and everything. And every conversation that I was having was about dead bodies and you know the numbers climbing and people going in quarantine for no reason sometimes. And it was so much negativity. And I think so. I was the only person on internet at that time who was actually talking positive about a lot of things. But and because of that, obviously, I was well received, and Forbes understood that this guy is the only guy who's talking positive. Rest everyone is
Oh,
just repeating the news.
yeah.
But the reason that happened was because I am that guy. Because why will I? Because you know how we in Epicenter improved and increased our businesses in the middle of pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, dude. Trust me,
we,
dude.
we
So much of automations, yeah. So much
yeah,
of amazing stuff. I mean, yeah. We valued the people, and I'm sure we made sure that. I think the epicenter made sure. I mean, that was one of the best thing. I mean, we can say like people got their salaries on time. Everybody, none of the employee was like without the salary, without the package. Where there are a lot of companies got shut down.
How many people actually gave you calls at that time? They were feeling depressed or something like that. Can you let me know without taking names? Obviously, you can let me know what were they, because I was continuously facing a lot of. I was continuously being called by a lot of people. I mean, I'm telling you, not even couple of days went by. Means every alternate days, I used to get calls from one of the employees or something, some across that, or someone who is joined Epicenter or something like that, and they used to only talk about these problems, and they used to say, you know what, I really wanted to talk to you, Kunal, because I don't think so anyone is hearing. Anyway, I mean, everyone is hearing, but I really feel comfortable talking to you, something like that. And that all happened when we were all in work from home thing. People have not seen anyone as such. A lot of
Yeah.
employees that had joined at that time where they never saw an office. We have such a fantastic office, and no one saw. At that time, people who wouldn't join new. So, what was your, obviously automation and everything else really made life so simple. The software's made the life simpler. We got more analysis, we got more data. We helped our clients grow in that time and stabilize their businesses. Where, but you tell me, on the employee resource, you must be the front face to all these real problems that these guys really face, right? So,
Yeah. I completely agree. I completely understand what you're saying, Kunal. Yeah, and a lot of employees were going through a tough time because they have their family members, they have their connections kind of going through a tough time. So definitely, we definitely feel that. So there are a lot of ups and downs which happens in everybody's life, and I think we try and hold our hands at those tough days. Like just trying to be courageous enough to face whatever comes across and trying to be strong, united. Okay, I think that's something which is very important at that point. That you make them feel that there is your family there, there are your people, there are your friends. We all are together, fighting towards the tough time together. So just giving an assurity also makes a lot of difference to people, saying that I'm there, Brody. I mean, like, whatever you need, bro. I mean, like, we're going to be there to help you, to assist you, whatever it is, right? Been talking to people going through a tough time. They were crying sometimes for losing the loved ones. But yes, we got through those tough times together. That is the thing which I want to say. We stayed united. That is very, very important, I think.
yeah, absolutely. And that's one of our values, collaboration, right? We
Right.
want to, and it's not just to value, it's like one step that everyone does. Automatically, the collaboration comes in picture where people upfrontly raise their hands that they are facing problem, they are facing an issue. And it's so important, Aseem, for people like you and me to know that people are in problem in the right time, because now we have a whole lot of time to make sure that we can solve it. And that is, I presume, the troubleshooting attitude really worked for a lot of
That's
people.
where I think, Kunal, I think that's where the AI also came into the picture, right? We thought
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of things to be kind of automated and a lot of things to be worked on, right? I think, see, I believe, Kunal, one thing, see, artificial intelligence, what we are talking about, is going to be so strong. It's going to study the human behavior. It's going to be studying the human emotions. And I'm sure that's going to inculcate in them as well. So it's, I would say only one thing instead of fearing it, I would say just do the right thing in the right manner. Trust me, that is what we're going to inculcate the same stuff in the AI because it's something what you are, you will get that. If you're really happy going guy, if you're really positive, if you're doing good stuff, if you're really caring, if you're really kind of united, Trust me, the AI is going to be that way, right? So trust me, this robotics, the bots and all, everything is going to function the way we want it, right? So it's very important that we shape ourselves in the right way, in the right direction, and things going to follow us.
Yeah, lovely. So Sam Altman, who was the founder and CEO of OpenAI, which then launched ChatGPT and everything. I
Right.
presume so. They launched the company way back, like 10 years back, 8 years back or something.
Yeah, maybe right. I mean, I
And,
don't know exactly
and
when, but yeah.
yeah, so there was one incident that was hidden from a lot of people. And
Uh-huh.
because of this incident, there is a lot of domino stuff that happened in the AI, which actually regulated the entire industry before even ChatGPT came in picture. And that was so they were experimenting something on data algorithms and everything.
Uh-huh.
So they had this servers that were responsible for, and no one actually goes ahead and physically accesses the server, right? Because when your server is there and it's set up, no one actually goes and understands it. What As long as it's cool enough, as long as it's processing data and there is no delay, no one actually looks at the server, right?
Certainly.
So then they were all working on the front end and understanding, and they were creating some sort of algorithms for car manufacturers, I presume so. Something like some. So they were giving this power to the server in terms of data, right? They were continuously opening doors to them so that you can have data from here, you can have data from here, and please try to make this job as quick as possible, something like that. And then as it was, increasing its efficiency, uh, Sam thought that it was performing better than a lot of different computers. So what he did was that he took a couple of people and went to the server, went to the server rooms. Actually, it was a huge chamber, and he was trying to find the source from where is this information really flowing. From where is this performance really, and as mature guy as Sam is, they really found out that from where it's coming, and when they opened it, they found an active neuron, just just the way active neuron in our brain.
Wow, crazy,
and
man.
and then they shut down the entire system. First thing that they did was shut down the entire system, so all the information, data, whatever that neuron was getting, it was shut down. So
Yeah, they were
so
shocked.
so it's like brain can work, but if as soon as you behead a person, the brain will stop working, right? Sometime, right? It works for some time after beheading a person, but slowly suddenly stops because it is stopped receiving signals from the other part of the body, right? So so that's what happened with this one. Uh, they really thought that there was a kind of neuron that was really building up, and they really stopped. And then the artificial intelligence had a proper council and a committee where they created set of rules what should and what should not be allowed in this entire space of artificial intelligence. And that includes a lot of value structure, Aseem, that we are talking about when it comes to exactly how much do you want to allow the computer to work, what all things should be allowed. At no given time, this computer can ever, uh, harm any individual or something like that, and not even take a decision on behalf of a person, you know, and always ask permissions and everything else. So there are for Gemini as well. If you really search on Google, there are a set of lot of rules that they made in Google before they are unleashing technologies. So this is
Yeah.
so positive. Yeah. Because this is so positive about humanity is that if one human is scared, it's not different from another human. He's also scared for his life. so
Definitely, we are one
so
breed, right? It's the same breed,
yeah,
bro.
So what happens is that people know that, if this unleashes, even I am not safe in the first place. So if I am not safe, I need to make sure that there are some regulation so that this will not harm anyone, rather than, you know, something like that. So I think so. This also has to, inculcate in people that it's not going to get out of hand ever.
No, but I think, you know what? I mean, like kind of this AI thing, all right? There will be a point, I think, where it will understand the human emotions, and trust me, they will also have those kind of feelings,
Yeah,
happiness,
yeah.
jealousy, envying it. So there will be some certain decisions where they will overrule those humans at that point when the emotions plays, when it replaces the commands. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
don't tell me the plot of iRobot now.
No, no, no. It's not about the iRobot, dude. It's not about that. I haven't watched that though, but then it's just trying to be
It's
kind
an,
of.
it's a very nice.
Yeah, I'm
It's very
thinking
nice.
from all the perspective. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking from all the perspectives here. I mean, see, when you're giving so much of power, right, to something, and then you want to control it, right? And I mean, and you think that you can control it. I mean, you don't know what you're building, my friend, right? Which is very, very powerful. It's so I think that's what I'm trying to say. So when you have something which is very powerful, definitely it is powerful and it can override the stuff which has been created. Never know, right?
Yeah, in medical, technology, when AI was introduced, and doctors and scientists were testing it,
Uh,
and all the data of all the humans that were, in a specific facility, something was given to AI. You know what answer AI gave?
no,
AI said, AI said humans are stupid.
so it has audacity to kind of abuse the human who
Yeah.
created it. Right? Yeah,
No,
you know
no.
what I'm
So,
saying?
so, so, why he's saying that is because what AI meant is humans are stupid that they have an average lifespan of 72 years. Humans have a body, and the way we are structured as a animal, with the help of technology and the rest of the medical science and everything involved, we can easily live for 100, more than 700 to 800 years. It says humans can easily stay alive for 700 and 800 years as this body that we have. And
But I mean,
it
you don't have a
gave
formula to it, right?
and it gave 8 different ways, not one, not two, 8 different ways through which human can live for much more longer than what we can ever think about.
Well,
Like for
exactly.
example, it just gave one of the example. Like for example, COVID. Okay, the reason why people died in COVID was because their lungs were infected from virus. Right?
Right. Okay.
We have technology. Right? We have technology right now today that we can make artificial lungs from from a lot of materials, including silicon. We can make artificial lungs. We can implant that artificial lungs in the person, right? So basically, the person, whoever is implanted that, he doesn't need a vaccine related to cough, cold, or COVID related diseases ever in the bacterial related diseases ever in the future. Why? Because his lungs will never die in last next 1,000 years. Do you understand?
Right. I understand. It just needs an upgrade.
It just needs an upgrade. That's it. And humans currently, according to artificial intelligence, already have a technological knowledge that you can just change this to rest of the humans, and you just live whatever you want, do whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
True, man. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So instead of fearing it, just cherish it and enjoy it because life is very beautiful. I mean, you live each and every moment of your life to the core of being because you're not going to get that time again. You're never going to be
I'm
70
telling you,
again. Yeah.
people are feared wrong. Why? because much more awesome times are gonna come ahead. Where
The spirit of
people
adventure,
will
right? We talk
cherish.
about.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, correct. People will cherish each moment. So people will be happier and will cherish each moment. And today also, I'm telling you, the time has come. Spirituality is at its peak. People are really moving towards yoga and meditation and all that. And people are getting much more healthier, much more faster, and people are becoming much more happier than what people were before. This is a clue that every person, every human on this planet, and because of human, every animal on this planet will become much more happier in the future. And if you miss that, you have not lived your life. That what is coming forward, because you can be lived for 700, 800 years now, it seems. The
You
only
know,
thing that is stopping you from doing that is you are not living that right now.
true, Kunal, I'm not sure that whether we can live that long or maybe you want to live that long, right? I would say whatever you do, right? Just leave it. I mean, just leave it to the core of team. I mean, like, enjoy every moment of your life because now going to come back again. So it doesn't matter whether you live for 10 years or maybe 100 years, as long as you have enjoyed each day of your life, right?
Fantastic. Lovely. Lovely. Lovely, Aseem.
Yeah.
It was so lovely having a conversation with you tonight.
Likewise,
This,
likewise. It was amazing after
this,
dark. I mean, trust me, we are going towards the light, my friends.
yeah, everyone will come to light. Everyone will surpass the after dark. And after dark is the best time, which you should always, always come. Next week, we are going to have new topic, new people, new enthusiasm, new listeners who can really understand and who can really live life after dark and be
Yeah.
alive to see the light after
Yeah,
dark.
bro. Right, Kunal. And I know what I want to tell you one thing, buddy, is whether someone is listening to us or somebody's not listening to us. It doesn't really matter. I think as long as we are talking together and we are sharing our thoughts, we are having a great time. Trust me, if people want to watch it, if they want to listen to it, and they want to cherish it, it's their choice. Everybody's thinking is different, but I'm happy that we are sharing the good stuff, which is definitely worth listening to. Yeah, if people really want to. But trust me, it was really fun being with you, Kunal. Thank you so much for this initiative. And trust me, we'll keep killing it and rocking it every Sunday, bro.
Lovely. Every Sunday night is going to be super awesome so that your next day, Monday, which is your work day, is super, super, super awesome.
Yeah, it's not a blue Monday, bro. It's going to be a healthy Monday and a happy Monday and a great Monday, bro. And we start with the Monday, which is Christmas, right? So definitely it's going to be a very, very amazing one. So let's do that.
Thank you for your time today, Aseem. Let's
Thanks,
connect
Kunal.
next week for the same
All right,
after dark.
buddy. Definitely. See you after dark next Sunday. Have a great one, bro.
Take care.
Yep. Take care. Bye. Bye. Good night, guys. Thank you.